Alright, I'm Winnie Mac. We got another project here that my son Eric is doing. Eric, go ahead and tell us about what you got going on here.
What I got here is a 2001 DRZ 400S. It's a street legal version of the DRZ 400. And the way I got it was pretty much bone stock. It had the original tires on it. Not much is done to this bike. He did the 3x3 mod on it, and it's about it that the previous owner did. Now, what I did was I actually found this bike on Craigslist for my stepfather's stepfather, Ron Smith, and I found him a good deal on one. He's looking for a dual sport, and I found this one online for $2,500. Now it did not look like this when I got it. Okay, it looked clean as hell. Maybe we can put some pictures of it into this video of the way I received it. I got some on my phone. But basically what he wanted to do is he wanted to trick it out, man. I mean, he ain't had a bike since I think the last time he had a bike was in the mid-70s, you know? I mean, the guy's old. He's older than my dad. But anyways, the last bike he had was a Yamaha MX-175, I believe. And so anyways, he misses riding. I talked to him about riding all the time, and well, he wanted a bike. He wanted to go riding with me, so I found him a bike. He bought the bike, brought it to me. What started out as a simple service, get it ready to ride, turned into, hey man, let's bling this thing out, you know? So it's a little dirty. It's been sitting in the shop, and at our location here, we don't have rock base. We've got basically dust. So you can have something clean, leave it out here for 3 days, and it looks like shit, but don't worry about it. And anyways, well, it's the people across the street got a dirty lot, and we just something we got to put up with, you know. What I started with is I removed the engine from the frame, and I started to wire brush and wet soak blast the engine cases, cylinder head. These covers, I blasted, hit them with self-etching primer, which is an aluminum / stainless steel primer to get the paint to adhere. And what this is what this paint is a VHT wrinkle black, and I thought it would look good on there. And got some silicone hoses on it, some billet parts, cleaned the carburetor, wet blasted it. It's dirty. We're gonna do another video of it, going back together, final assembly. But as of right now, this is where we are on the project. I mean,
well, I got a question for you. How old do you think I am?
at least 48. I gotta be close in the ballpark at least.
49.
We're here at H&B Equipment Services. Okay, that's where we work.
We work on these things.
Yeah, we're a Doosan dealer. If you've got any heavy equipment needs, we can do it in the South Texas area.
Get a shot of the original plastics. So, and they're dusty. These are the original radiator shrouds. As far as I know, this is an OEM graphic from that year. The Yoshimura is added, of course. It came with a Yoshimura pipe. That's one of the mods he did. But that's what we started with, basically.
Show them how you cleaned up the shop.
Well, okay. I polished the bottom part of the shock. the spring retainers, the shaft, this part in here. I don't know the technical term. I'm not a suspension builder. Polished the nuts, polished the threads, blasted and painted the shock body, and repainted the spring. Shot it with some John Deere yellow. And also polished the high-speed adjuster
On the bottom of the nut screw.
and the bladder cap. If we can, maybe we'll put some pictures of what it looked like before, because it looked like it really looked bad before.
What else have you polished up?
I polish stuff all the time.
That?
Nah, that was just practice. Here's what the new graphics are gonna look like. Mine are dusty. But
Yeah,
I
they
think
need to be cleaned up.
yeah, they need to be cleaned up, but I don't know, I think that's a little more up to date. I think it looks good. It'll go with the theme of the bike. It's a black and yellow theme.
Mm-hmm.
But, anyways.
Forks?
Nah, don't show the forks. There, it's not done.
No.
Keep
Keep
in
working on
mind-
the forks.
Yeah. Working on them. They're not done yet. Keep in mind, if you have a DRZ 400, don't get a Haynes manual. They suck. Okay? Get a encyclopedia. If you're doing any bike from 80 up to 450, these manuals are great. They show you step by step every process, and they have pictures to go with it. This with an OEM,
It's all color coded.
yeah. Well, some of them are. This is black and white. This particular book I've got, but encyclopedia is I mean, they break it down every single process of, and you're doing your brakes, changing the fluid, changing the oil. They show you every single bolt, every single washer, the order that they come out and come in at. It's like, say you take your engine apart and you drop a bunch of parts. Well, this is kind of insurance with YouTube, encyclopedia, and your OEM manual is a great manual. It's got all your torque specs, everything, how to check the resistance on all your electronics on the bike. But this is where this is the most helpful if you're doing maintenance on it, because in a service manual they'll have like a drawing and they'll have like maybe 1 or 2 photos, but this encyclopedia, they have a step-by-step process, every bolt that comes out and goes in, and they have it all, pictures of it. They've got detailed pictures of every process. This is a great manual, great company to look to. The Haynes manuals, they're not as good. At least for this model, they're not as detailed in the in and out processes. But they do have schematics, though, if I can. That's one thing that I don't think the encyclopedia does have, at least in that manual. They don't have wiring schematics. And on this bike, it's got a battery and a speedometer. So you get color schematics in the Haynes. Sometimes you have to get
So
2
one
or
of the
3
Haynes for the
manuals.
schematics and the
Well, your
encyclopedia for everything
OEM
else.
your OEM manual will have all of this if you got it. They're a little more high dollar though. They tend to be $50 to $60 for a Suzuki manual. But the encyclopedia is hands down one of my favorite manuals out there. But anyways, more to come on this bike. Honestly, it's been sitting for about a month or so, and that's why all the dust is on there. But
But now you just got some motivation to get it going.
yeah, well, we've been working on a lot of other projects like the Jeep, and been working on machines on the weekend, and trying to get ahead. Sometimes your own projects they get left behind if you're a mechanic, you know, fix everybody else's stuff. But anyways, I think that's all I have to say about that bike. I've also got a Honda ST90 that I'm gonna do for Boyd Booker in Uvalde, Texas, and that's in the works. I've got 2 Honda XL75s. I've got a 1986 YZ80, several YZ85s to do, and those will be in the future too. I've got some parts for one of the YZ85s here. Show that. The swing arm painted. Cool. Original sticker on there. Tire pressure. That's for another build. Got the original insert blasted and painted. I'll have to take it out for another video. I just wrapped it up to keep, you know, the moisture out. Also the silencer. I don't know if you can tell the shot.
Yeah.
But it's a nice wet sanded finish. And I don't think I got anything else cool in here. Maybe fork boot in that one.
Alright.
Got some stainless steel tusk spokes. Never rust. Front and rear. Wheel bearings. That may be another video in the future. Some YZ85 wheels being built. Laced up and trued. Bearings pressed in. Hubs wet blasted. Powder coated maybe. And I'll be doing some motorcycles if any of y'all are into that. So mostly off-road. Cut.